The annual White House Correspondents Dinner is one of the symptoms, one of the signs of a healthy, functioning democracy. A one-night only hiatus from the normal in Washington and an opportunity to suspend those more formal aspects of the relationship between a president and the news media. It's a coming together, and at its core, the president doing everything right celebrates and honors a free press. Behind the levity, though, there was something darker, a darker undercurrent, if you will, and a point that the president had to make, and it was more profoundly serious. Because at this exact time next year, depending on what happens in November, 7 months from now, we can't say for certain that there would even be a White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I will tell you, this dinner is so tight. It's so uptight, right? This dinner is sadder than Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured President's Department, right? Look at him, the white tuxedo. He doesn't like me too much, right? But I will tell you, the Chinese apps are being banned. It's horrible. We have to post our David Peckers on Snapchat now. That's what they're saying.
Boo this man!
Because at this exact time next year, depending on what happens in November, 7 months from now, we can't say for certain that there would even be a White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I don't care!
And he promised a bloodbath when he loses again. We have to take this seriously. 8 years ago, you could have written off it as just Trump talk, but no longer, not after January 6th. So tonight, I'd like to make a toast. To a free press, to an informed citizenry, to an America where freedom and democracy endure. God bless America.
I've seen that toast a bunch of times, but it landed very differently this year. Because depending on what happens in November, 7 months from right now, this time next year, I might not be sitting here. There might not be a White House Correspondents' Dinner or a free press. While our democracy wouldn't exactly fall apart immediately without it, the real threat looms larger. A candidate with outward disdain, not just for a free press, but for all of our freedoms and for the rule of law itself.
TDS. Does anyone know what TDS is? Correct. Trump Derangement Syndrome.
Because depending on what happens in November, 7 months from right now, this time next year, I might not be sitting here.
Suspect has increased speed to 120, 140 miles an hour.
Do not lose him.
This is an A-Star, sir, not an Apache. 150, 160. He's gone.